and welcome to another recap of mine. Today was pretty good, ended up over 3% on the day, so I'm stoked about that. I traded mostly Tesla with one NVDA trade. Five trades total, let's get to it. First trade's on Tesla here. And normally I like to, I take an opening range break here, but normally I like to have the first candle red, but sometimes I will take a opening range break to the upside, even if the first candle's green, because the setup feels good, and today it felt great. So, um, first candle also had a lot of volume, almost 600,000 shares, which is really good. So yeah, let's get to it. So I see above BA's already broke out the ORB, and Facebook's just flying, markets flying, Q's by. So I get in there at the break, 966, just one contract. I thought to add, but by the time I figured or believed that Tesla was going to keep going higher, um, it had already moved, so my average would have gone up, but a good amount. But yeah, this was a little bit tricky. I know probably 6 months ago, I would have, I wouldn't have lasted as long as I did in this trade. I mean, even sometimes recently I get out way too quick, but this one, as you'll see here, I mean, I'm down on the position and it's gone up a little bit. So, like before I would have just gotten out there like, oh, it's gonna go down. And sometimes that happens. I'm guilty of that, but there's no reason to get out yet, so I am still in. My stop at that point was a close below VWAP, or if it just started, if it went down much lower than VWAP. But since this candle was so close to VWAP, I wasn't going to close out if it dipped right below this candle. It's going to give a little bit of wiggle room because I had a bullish bias on Tesla. Volume's good. I mean, the second minute's over 260,000 shares. So it's looking good so far. See, now we've moved up, a decent amount. Well, a little bit, and I'm barely flat on the trade. So that was a little bit frustrating when I was in the trade, just realizing that, but I just thought about how I need to just focus on the chart and volume and price action and just see what I get. So I have been in this trade over 2 minutes, which is kind of a long time for my style, but I believed it was going higher. So the contracts are starting to move. Now they're back to, it drops, it just drops a little bit and it drops to, break even, then to red on the trade, then slightly green. So I was like, okay, this could still be a loser. This could, I don't know, but I still, obviously, I mean, I stayed in the trade. I still felt like, and at no point did I feel like I was, you know, bag holding. I still felt like I thought maybe it's doing a little shakeout. And then, because, the reason why I stayed in is because so many times this would happen. I'd get out and then it just rip higher, and I realized like I got out at the bottom or near the bottom of, the little pullback. So this still felt bullish to me, and I didn't want to make the same mistake that I've made thousands of times. And yeah, I could have been wrong, but it's looking like I'm right on this one. Now it's moving higher, but it keeps like playing games. It doesn't have like insane follow through. But you know, the second it starts getting decent, really good follow through, and I got a decent gain, I locked it in, which you'll see shortly. So this is nice. It's holding up really well. Yeah, I'd like to be, eventually I want to be at a level where like I add on these little pullbacks. Like this didn't really pull back much and it just showing strength. I mean, the second I could have added at the break of this level here or I mean that's all in hindsight, but and so I'm out of the trade there. It's got a nice little move, but I should have held on because you look at the roughly this move here and then we have a little consolidation then so it's not crazy to think that we might get a similar move to this on the upside here above this consolidation. And so yeah, I mean 1180. I could have. I got out at 1158, and we're almost $12 here. So and it's still going. So I didn't have a reason to get out except that I got a decent move and I just wanted to lock in gains. First trade back yesterday. I didn't get to trade. I actually did take two trades on my cell phone. I had a crowd winner and an Apple loser, both like small because I was on my phone. It was just gambling. But so 1290 here, $13. So and I sold at 1158. So that would have been another 140, $150 for just one contract. So I really need to get better at holding until I have a reason to sell it. But okay, back to it. See, I say that and then I come to the realization that with one contract you kind of got to lock in gains. So the moral of the story is I should have been better at adding the second I had a signal to add. And I just didn't because it moved more than felt, confident doing it. So, yeah, next trade is on Tesla. This one is a loser. So I was playing the break of this little pivot here, like an ABC pattern, ABCD pattern. So I play a 650 call. Starts to go. It looks good. Could have made like $9 minus commissions there. That wasn't. Obviously, it's not my plan. So, and then we get this. We had these topping tails here in dojis, and then so I figured, okay, maybe these are shorts, selling into these pops, and then this candle was them gonna get squeezed, and that's not looking like the case. So I got out of that position, and yeah, uh, like 20 seconds ago, as you probably saw, hopefully. But anyways, yeah, I got out after that pot. It dropped, a decent amount, and then so it starts to go. So third trade is Tesla again. So I was gonna add at the break of that candle that I got out on, but I didn't, and I just added. You'll see right here. Right now I'm in because this just felt like it was going higher. I mean, this was at the resistance there, but it was a get in and go or get right out trade, and it worked a little bit. I made some gains back. I just took the quick gains because I wanted to get back towards over 3%. So I was kind of trading my P&L there instead of trading the chart, and that's not very good. So happy that I got close to break even. I mean, or to where I was before the trade, but the losing trade, but there wasn't good trade management there. So we have another Tesla, or this is an NVDA trade. I had Tesla mapped out here, but I was watching NVIDIA here, and this trade, let's see how it goes. So playing this bull flag, break of it, I'm in one contract. 831 is my cost. And this looks like it wants to go, but it just kind of doesn't. Contracts aren't really moving. 810 by 830, it's so I'm not really sweating it. But yeah, so a lot of times what'll happen is what's happening here, and then this will close like this, and the next candle it'll break this candle here. So that's what I was hoping would happen, but I wasn't willing to give this too much wiggle room. So I thought, okay, this might break, and we'll get a pop to high a day. Acted like it wanted to go. Just not any follow through. So I'm looking to get out right now. Yep, I'm out. So I got out 805 there, so lost $25 plus commissions on that trade. Final trade. So honestly, when this happened, I was thinking, okay, I went from up over 3%, like 3.07 or whatever percent, to only up 2.6%, which is still great. I mean, eventually when I have 25, 30,000 or more account, like before, then all 3% will be a lot better. But I'm happy with it now. So I was thinking, okay, like I just want to get back to. It would be nice to be back over 3% again. And I didn't. This last trade was around 10:15, which is 7:15 my time in California. And then this next Tesla trade, I didn't take till 1:40 almost. So I waited. I was patient. There were setups that would have worked, and a couple that wouldn't. But with the buying power I had left, I had to be real selective on what I took. So yeah, what I took here is Tesla again. Let's see how it goes. Now this pattern, I was okay. This kind of looks like it's gonna be bearish, but I figured if it breaks this, it's gonna squeeze out any of these shorts potentially, and we might get a move at least to higher than this pivot here. So let's see what happens. So I'm in. It looks really bullish. Broke. Nice velocity. So everybody that's short right there, they're in below. They're a little underwater. I'm hoping we get all these shorts underwater. Oh, and I forgot to add most of the trades of the winning trades today. So I had 3 out of 5 were winners. I got out on the mid price. So in between the bid and the ask. I'm out right there at the new highs. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, I exited at the mid. Sometimes I exit on the ask if it's the price action is really aggressive, and I feel like we're still there's a high probability we're still gonna go higher, but I just want to lock in gains. I'll get out on the ask, but here today I just felt like getting out at the mid price, and then the losing trades were I got out on the bid. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed. And as you can see, this Tesla, went a little higher here, and then ended up going a decent amount higher. It had a high today of 663.20. So yeah, it went like around $8 higher. So that's it's just hard to I mean it's impossible pretty much to pick the top or bottom, but I did feel like it had a good chance of going higher. Just want to lock in gains, and if I had more buying power than this, I had at this point right after this last trade, I had $1,600 in buying power. I almost took a trade, but the only way I'm going to take a trade is if it is for a contract that's $800 or less, and I didn't find anything 800 or less, just so that I'd have a chance to add if I wanted to. So, or a little bit of wiggle room to find my way out of it. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully everyone's killing your trading's going well, and hopefully we get some range and volatility the rest of the week. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.